Alright, boys, again, this is probably going to help some new users of this machine. There could be somebody out there that owns this machine. They don't know this. It's not talked about in the user's manual. A lot of what I show is not talked about in the user's manual of this machine. This is version 2.0. All we will look at is sensitive FT, okay? About 8 inches below that cardboard there is a US nickel, and you see that little nail over there. Well, you could be in the wild using this machine. Sensitive FT 6.8 disc. 90 sensitivity, speed is 2. I'm going to turn the audio response up to 5. Alright. Silence on the machine is at 1. Full tones. Alright. I guess I could show you the window here. Offset is 5. I'll even turn that offset up to 10. No notch. Notch is off. So you're out in the wild using this machine. You hear that? Hear it hitting that nickel down there? You see that meter? That meter has a tendency to stay locked up on 7. So you're out sweeping that machine, you know, if you didn't know any better, you might think, well, what is that? Is that even a non-ferrous target, even, for example? Well, it is. Alright? You get to see that meter. 7. Alright? Now we're going to go into notch, and we're going to notch out. Now this sort of takes away from using the full tones, you know, because you want to hear the iron. But what happens if we go in here and we notch out 0 through 7 and do similar sweeps with this detector? You see the ID now? See that? So it's a signaling of 64, 65. You hear it hitting it, you get to see that meter. Okay, so that sort of negates using full tones on this machine is what I'm saying, but still. What I'm saying, there's more that meets the eye when you're running no notch on this machine, okay? See, we're back at that 7. I took the notch out, okay? Just, you know, a little tip there, you know. The machine just won't ID it because that, and I've got the iron tid off. If I turn the iron tid on, what happens with no notch? Now I see a 0 in the window. And a 0.3 in the window. Okay, and I'll go back in here and we'll put the notch back in the machine. 0 through 7, what happens? See that meter? So it's hitting it and it's throwing that 64 through 67 in the window. You know, we've learned something. This DS2 machine, I'll say this in this video right here. One thing this detector has really showed us, in my opinion, you can make a detector see things, but you got to get the information to the user. This thing is quick. It's so fast that you have to manipulate the notch system to see really what the machine is seeing, tell you know what's under the coil. You can't run the machine with no notch in a lot of instances, and you'd have little idea about what's under the coil. Sometimes you don't even know there's anything under the coil. Okay? So yeah, the old notch system on this machine can make this machine behave differently and give more accurate data or helpful information to the actual user. Running this machine in modern trash sites with no notch is a bad idea. You can do it, you know, if that's what you want to do, and you want to dig every target this machine signals on. Just remember one thing, old sharpshooter's telling you this, if you do decide to do that, every hole you dig you better re-sweep after you exhume a target. Why is that? Because you may have got on a piece of foil, and you went down and you dug it, and there's a dime or a silver dime or a clad coin or a silver ring, gold ring, and it's down there, and you dug the one target and you walked off. Had you been running notch on this machine, you may have never heard the foil or something smaller non-ferrous, and you would have heard what we would say generally would be a more attractive target. Okay. And all this information I'm telling you is based on actual use in the wild and doing tests. It does, they mirror one another, okay? This is not something that sharpshooter just checked on his phone and called it a day. I've looked at this in the wild too. There's other people notice this too, by the way. Okay, so anyway, I hope you find this video helpful. Have a nice day.